Hey friends, welcome to the Tail of the Dragon and another episode of my Martial Arts Chronicles. I'm your host, JC Garretts, and today I want to talk about staph infection, maybe antibiotics a little bit. As you'll notice, I got a head wrap on. It looks much worse than it is. Let's see, about 4 days ago, I was just sitting around and noticed a little pimple on the side of my head, so I didn't look at it and popped it, and not a whole lot of ooze came out, just some clear stuff and red, which can be typical like beginnings of staph infection. The next day, I noticed it was getting sore. The next evening, it was getting sore and it was starting to lump up pretty good, and my neck was starting to hurt. 2 days later, neck was even more sore, to include the side of my head and down to my ear. I thought maybe I'd taken a shot in comp team, in the MMA comp team practice, and was just feeling sore from it originally, and had a little lump there. I did notice that one of the lymph nodes in the back of my neck was really firm, really hard, and kind of some ropey, fibrous going down tissue going down the back of my neck, and sore and stiff a bit. Third day, it was even more swollen and even more sore, and the lump on my head was even beginning to ooze a little bit. So I went in this morning, got a hold of my doctor, and went in this morning and spoke with him, and he drained it. Of course, there wasn't a whole lot of pus in there. As he said, it was more of a tissue infection. I don't know a huge amount about it. He had a term for it, but more of a tissue infection. And so lanced it open and drained it out. Got me a round of antibiotics, and he's pretty confident. His words were that as healthy as you are, and as early as we caught this, it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a big deal at all. So stoked on that. It sounds like I should be out for a couple days, just because it's an open wound and I don't want to get any more stuff in it, any more bacteria or yeast or any of those things that can come from the gym. But should be relatively easy, and I should be back to it in the next 3-4 days, he said. My thoughts on this was that he had made the comment that the lancing it open and draining it was what's going to give it the best benefit, and that the antibiotics were just kind of a precautionary, and that their effectiveness on this particular thing was kind of disputed. And so the thought went around in my head of like, man, with the overuse of antibiotics anymore, and how it's creating, medicinal resistant strains of staphylococcus and a whole other slew of ailments. Like, should I take those antibiotics? So I'm diving through that in my mind right now as to weighing out the pros and cons of doing that. Do I want to let it just try and heal on its own? Excuse me, maybe put some tea tree oils or some salve, some antibiotic ointment on it, but not necessarily take the oral antibiotics, to kill my entire gut biome, immune system. So I haven't completely decided on that yet. I think I'm going to lead towards antibiotics just for the sake of clearing this thing out. But I would love to hear your thoughts on antibiotics, and if there's ever a time where you chose not to take them out of, for similar reasons, or possibly different reasons. So leave a comment down below if you would. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your experiences with that. So headed into the gym right now to do some work and do some coaching, and have another amazing day. So thanks for joining, friends. I appreciate you watching so deeply. And if you like what I'm doing, Of course, hit the like button, subscribe, follow along, hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. And if you think you know of someone that might find value in what I'm doing, please share it with them. So, until next time, friends, enjoy beautiful now.